morning. Find your comfortable seat. Root through your sit bones. Lengthen through your spine. Get all your extra stuff out of the way. All still good. All right. Find your stillness. Find your tall posture. And I want you to soften the point right between your eyebrows. Softening your eyebrows, softening your forehead. Just focusing your awareness right between your eyebrows. Get all the fidgeting out. And allow your face to soften. Allow your shoulders to soften. But feel that very long, erect spine. Tune into your breath. Gently draw your pelvic floor up, your little hammock. Today's quote is, "Don't get upset over people or circumstances or situations. They have no power without your reaction." Think about that for a moment. If you've had any of those situations in the last week or two or month or year. Drop your head forward, keeping your neck long in the back. Kind of yearning the top of your head up and forward at an angle. And then I want you to draw your shoulders either forward, up, move them around a little bit, like in a downward motion, like you're rocking your shoulders front to back. Swing, the trajectory of a swing is in a downward motion, but it's going forward and back. And just feel any stretching through the neck, the shoulder, upper back. You might find a spot that feels good stretching. You might find a spot to stay away from. If you find a spot you want to hold it, you can. And then finding that spot, I want you to rock your head side to side. Pause on the right. Flip the left hand over. And then start taking the head back, like bring the ear over the right shoulder and then take the head back slightly and then bring it back forward, starting, take it forward and back. Pause at the front, flip the hand over, Roll the head over to the left side. It's kind of forward left. Flip your right hand over. And then start taking the head back and forth. Pausing at the forward, flip the hand back over. Draw the head to the center. Push the chin forward like you're reaching for your knees, and then draw it back. Make a double, triple chin. Jut it forward, draw it back, jut forward, draw back, and then start to stack your vertebrae, bringing your head up to neutral, turn it to the right. Take your left fingertips and put them in the middle of the back of your head, and take your elbow open. Chin down, chin up, head back to neutral. Return the hand down to your lap. Take your head over to the left side. Bring the fingertips of the right hand to the back of the skull. They're just touching, you're not pushing, you're not supporting. Open the elbow back in space. Chin down, chin up. Back to neutral. Bring your arm down first, head back to forward. Take our right arm to the outside, palm facing forward. Try and keep your shoulder relaxed, not drawing it up. Start to walk the hand forward, sliding it across the top of the table. The shoulder is going to stay in neutral. You're not going to reach forward. Draw it across the body as far as you can, a little tiny bend in the elbow, a little assistance with the left hand, and then push the shoulder down away from the ear. Drop the left ear over. Breathe into the neck, upper back. Bring your head up. Release your left hand, open the right arm. Take the shoulder up to the ear, start leading with the thumb all the way up and over. You can just lean over, or if it feels better for your shoulder, you can rest your forearm on your head. Give your shoulder a break. Stack your spine, sit up tall, arm comes back out to the side. Keep your chest facing forward and open your shoulder to the back. Back to neutral. Flip your hand to face the back wall. Scarecrow your arm. I know you know what we think. You think you know what we're going to do, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to take our hand down here that's relaxed. Widen your fingers, jazz hands, and start to slowly raise it up. Only go as far as you feel comfortable, as far as your mobility allows, as far as you have no pain, until you're up at a goal post. And right back down. Keep your elbow and shoulder in alignment with each other. All the way down. Down as far as you're comfortable, and then relax it to scarecrow. One more, wide fingers. Engage through your chest. Start to rotate. Engage through your upper back. As far as you feel comfortable. Deep breath, shoot it up. Lengthen from your sit bones. Exhale, float it down. Shake it out. Other side. Palm out. facing forward. Don't let your shoulder come forward when you start to move the arm forward. Keep the shoulder at neutral. Bring it across the body. Start bringing it across the body. The shoulder starts to round forward. Try and keep it at neutral. Come as far as you can without letting it to come forward. Use the right arm to pull in and then dip the shoulder away from the ear. Not allowing the shoulder to round forward has less stretch in the upper back, but has more shoulder support. Release the right arm, open up the left. Bring the shoulder up to the ear as you take it up and over, leaning to the right. Reach through the fingertips or let the forearm rest on your head. Come back up, tall. Bring the arm down. Flip your hands over, palm faces backwards, and scarecrow. Make sure your elbow and shoulder are aligned with each other. Hand is relaxed to start. Jazz hands. Engage through the upper back and the upper chest, kind of like you're squeezing in, and then start to rotate. Up as far as you feel comfortable, even if that's an inch or two, and then back down. All the way down and relax. Jazz hands back up. Keep the shoulder, upper back, and chest engaged. Deep breath, inhale all the way up. Lengthen tall. Exhale, float down. Let them hang. Swing them back and forth. Rotating from your, the whole entire arm, rotating hands in and out. Kind of in a swing motion. We have to stop talking about shoulders at the beginning of class. Talk about butt. Maybe we'll do butt. How's that? Relax, hands in your lap. Lengthen through the crown, root through the sit bones. Make sure your feet are facing directly forward. Peek over and check, which means the heel of your foot is centered with the center of your foot. Your knees are over your ankles. You are still up against the back of your chair. Had to take my sweater off. We had a small hot flash. I know that makes y'all feel better. All right, you're going to engage the thigh of the right leg all the way up to the glute. You feel it kind of lift as you squeeze the butt, the thigh, inner thigh, outer thigh, upper thigh, lower thigh, any part of the thigh, and then release it, relax it down. When you squeeze, it kind of lifts a little bit and may pull your foot off of the mat. That's perfectly fine. Squeeze, tiny lift of the foot. If you're squeezing and not allowing all of the foot doesn't come up, then you don't have all the muscles engaged. Squeeze and lift. And I want you to rock your foot back and forth. Kind of windshield wipering at one foot. Feel rotation in the hip joint. Trying to keep the knee and the ankle lined up. Rocking back and forth. Pause under center. Release the leg. Let's go to the left side. Squeeze inner, outer thigh, glute, upper, lower. Feel the foot lift. Hold it. Relax. Do it again. Squeeze inner, outer, upper, lower glute. Foot lifts up. Squeeze it. Release. One more time. Squeeze that whole thigh all through there. Now forward and back. Forward and back. Kind of in a swing motion. Controlled swing, albeit. the knee and the ankle lined up, which means you're kind of rotating through the hip. But because we're seated, it's limiting your rotation, which is a good thing. Pause over center and relax. I'm gonna move my blanket's kind of hindering me a little bit. I'm gonna go back to the right side, squeeze and lift the leg up, and this time you're gonna just rock. Swing your foot back and forth. Little ones to start with, and then you can get it bigger so that it almost straightens your leg. Make sure your toes are still facing forward. Your knee is lined up with your ankle and the center of your foot. When you bring your foot up, you'll be able to tell. Mine automatically wants to start to turn outwards. So you're keeping that rotation in the leg. And relax. Shake it out if you want to. Other side. Left squeeze all through that glute. Lift the foot up and rock. Check the foot. Make sure it's lined up with the knee. Keeping that little interior rotation. Back and forth. Movement is lubrication for the joint. So it doesn't feel like we do a lot, but we're keeping our joints lubed up. Relax. And we're using the muscles at the same time. Shake them out. All right. Scooch forward. Right to the edge of your chair. Feet open. About a 45 degrees. We're going to do whiplash. Sounds like a bad word, but in this context, it's kind of good for your back. Just don't do it crazy fast. So we're going to start with our hands, our fingers inward. Take a deep breath and lift your heart, lift your chest, arch your back. Start to come forward, lead with the chest. Drop the head, round the back. Inhale, up. All the way up to your nice and tall, hearts up. Exhale, forward. Draw the belly in, round the upper back. Start to bring the chest up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, pull up, pull through your belly. All the way up. You can leave your hands in one place. I have a tendency to draw my hands up my thighs as I round my back up. And then slide them forward as I come forward. Do 3 more at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing up, drawing in, and exhaling out. Last one, sit up nice and tall. Keeping your check and make sure that your knees are over your ankles, engaging the inner thigh muscles. Squeeze through the glutes to help open up. The inner thigh muscles are quite small. If you use the big butt muscles, it will help to draw those legs open. Rotate your breastbone to the right knee, tall in your spine, and imagine your belly button is yearning forward and you've got this push-pull thing happening. Keep the butt engaged, keep the knees open. Left arm or left hand is on your left thigh. Inhale it up and over towards the back corner, the opposite corner of your left knee. And then stack back up. Relax it back to your lap. Take the right hand here towards the back right corner. Inhale up and over like you're going to take it to the left front corner. And then exhale, come back down. Bring your chest back forward. Relax your legs and butt for a minute. Just let them flop. We're going to sit up tall again. Engage through your glutes to help hold your legs open. Engaging through your inner thigh. Breastbone is going to go left this time, and still the belly button is trying to come back to the center. Right arm is on the right leg. You're going to take an inhale up over to the left back corner. And exhale back down. Other side, left hand is towards the left back corner. It's going to inhale up and over to the right front corner. And back down. Turning forward, draw legs together. Kind of wears your legs out a little bit. Good stuff. We're going to stand up and we're going to stretch the T-band on our legs. So utilizing your chair to the side. You have a couple of choices. I see that looks like my head wants to be cut off. I'm going to move that camera just a tad so my head's not cut off. Better. All right, so you have two choices. We're going to start by stretching our right one. So that means you're going to put the right foot, either you have your two choices are bringing it forward, just bringing it forward in space, but bringing your legs close together. Actually, I have three choices. Second choice is to come in line, heel to toes, so it's in front of the left foot directly, or you can cross it over. It's going to depend on your hip mobility and what the doctor told you to do or not do. Okay? So you want a slight bend in your both knees if you're crossed over. If you are not crossed over, I want you to center your weight even over both feet. Hands at the hip joint. Lengthen through the crown on an inhale. Exhale, bring your chest forward. Use the chair for balance if you need to. I want you to make sure that you're really pressing into the big toe knuckle. So you're keeping those feet nice and flat. Keep lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe. If you just have one foot in front of the other, kind of rock your weight to one side or the other until you kind of feel a little more in the T-band, or if you're feeling it, that's perfect. Root into the big toe knuckle. Breathe. Draw the belly in, straighten the spine, and start to come up. Shake it out and switch sides. Just stepping forward with one foot, not hip width, you want them closer than hip width, or heel touching the toes, or crossed over. If you are crossed over, the tendency is to stick the butt back and straighten the legs, but I want you to keep the butt over the ankles and keep the knees bent. Root into the knuckle of the toes, big toe. Hand or hands, if you're holding the chair, don't use both hands. At the hips, inhale, lengthen, exhale, breastbone forward. Keep the knees bent just a tiny bit. You can kind of move your weight side to side to try and feel that stretch more or less. Make sure you're rooting into the big toe knuckle. Embrace the wiggle. You're probably wiggly. That's okay. Inhale, lengthen from tailbone to the crown of head. Draw the belly into your spine and come up with a flat back. And relax. Walk it out. Good job. All right, we're going to do another core move that we've not done, I don't think, ever in yoga, but we used to do it in our one of our exercise classes. So stand next to the chair, to the back of the chair, and you're going to point the outside toe away. So make sure you've got space. I don't want to hit that coffee cup. Holding onto the chair, standing on the left foot, point the right toe out, holding onto the chair if you need to, or putting it on your hip. We're going to take this foot off the ground, so you might want to hold on. Take the right hand up overhead, like you're half of an X from fingertips to toe. You're just touching with your big toe. Lengthening and breathing. And then I want you to come down with the elbow, lengthen the spine, and come to here. So this is the position we're going to be in the upper body. The lower body, the knee is going to come up to meet that. So it's actually going to externally rotate and come up to meet the elbow. That's why you want to hold on. All right, ready? Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, draw them up and back out. Breathe and lengthen, inhale. Exhale, draw them up and take them out. One more for good measure. Big breath. Exhale, control the up and down and release. And knock things off. Shake out your leg. Walk it out, stomp it out, switch sides. Either turn around or move your chair to the other side. Standing on the right foot, point the left toe, hold on if you need to, or put the hand on your hip. Start with the lengthening and just hold and stretch out that side body first. First one, we're just going to do the upper body just like we did before. Deep breath, lengthen. Exhale, draw to the center. Now we're going to do both. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, externally rotating the hip and drawing the knee up towards each other. They don't have to touch. And right back to lengthen, nice and slow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw up. One more, deep breath. Exhale, slowly bring it up together. Exhale, down. Come back on both feet. Shake them out. That was fun, right? I'm sure you're telling me no. All right, put your chair to the end of your mat with the back of it facing you. Stand a good 2 feet at least. If you can estimate how long your body is from your hips to probably to the top of your head. Like you almost would touch if you bent over. All right, we're gonna take a deep breath up. Exhale, butt back, chest forward, hands come resting on that chair. Stretch into the back of the legs. Wiggle the toes, bend the knees. Squeeze the butt, inhale, come right up, flat back. Exhale, back down, butt back, chest forward. Squeeze, come back up. Exhale, come back down. Hold. Check down, and your feet are hip width apart. Your toes are facing forward. Imagine spinning your thighs towards the front of the chair. Imagine spinning your shoulders, your biceps up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down your back instead of up by your ears. You can rock or hold. Draw the belly in, start to round the back, round through the shoulders, round yourself up, still holding onto the chair until you can't anymore. Let your arms hang, roll all the way up. Shake it out. Flip your chair around. We got one more thing to do, and then we get to go to the floor. I don't know about y'all, but hot flashes are real today. So I want you to stand probably 6 inches to a foot away from your chair. We're going to do the lean over thing. Remember the lean over thing? I think we've only done it one other time. So you want to make sure your foot is facing directly forward. Come up on the toes of the outside foot. You can put your outside arm on your hip, or you can bring it out and help with your balance. Bend your supporting knee, draw your belly in, start to lift your outside leg, and lower your inside arm to the chair. Finding your balance. Flex your outside foot. And that arm can be on the hip if it feels better. Breathe. Yay! Lower the foot first, then start to bring the body up. Shake it out, other side. Now you may have found how many inches away you needed to be. Your lower arm is not going to be perfectly straight. It's going to be bent a little as you try and straighten your torso. Okay, point your outside foot. Soften your inside knee. Take your outside arm either to your hip or out to help with your balance. Slowly start to bend over first, and then when you feel like your torso is getting out of balance or out of alignment, start lifting that foot. Reach for the chair. Flex your outside foot. Breathe. Lengthen from crown to heel. Slowly start to take the leg down first, and then let your body follow. And relax. Whew, that was a good ab thing, or side body thing. All right, you can go to the floor now. It's enough torture for one day. Although I want coffee, it doesn't do my hot flashes any favors. Starting on your back. Draw your knees in. Roll if you want to or not. We're going to start with a tabletop position. So tabletop, you take your knees over your hips, which you immediately start to feel your abs engage when you draw them away from your body. Knees are right over the hips, and then lift the shins and feet so that it's nice and flat like a table. Drawing that belly into the spine to support that back so the weight of the legs are not pulling on the back. If you need to draw your knees in a little bit to release any pressure at any time, you can. Arms at your side, press through your shoulders. Palms, you can use them as a foundation. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Exhale, straighten your right leg out. Take a deep breath. Exhale, draw it right back to where it was. Using the breath for movement. Deep breath in. Exhale out with the left leg. Deep breath. Exhale in with the left leg. Can't talk and do that at the same time. We're going to alternate. We're going to do 2 breaths, alternating, or 4 breaths, because each movement takes 2 breaths. Alternating left and right. Inhale. Exhale, right out. Inhale. Exhale in. Left. Inhale. Exhale out. Resting on your heel. Inhale. Exhale in. Take and roll your hips to the right. Keep your hips together, your knees together. Rolling all the way to the right. And then open up your chest towards the ceiling. Open up your arms, lay them out in a T. You can bring the left arm, the back arm closer if you want. Straighten the left leg, the top leg. Flex the left foot. This is another way to stretch the T-band. Bend the left leg. Roll the left shoulder over on top of the right one. Hug your knees in and roll back. Got to go back to tabletop so that we can do the other side. So take the knees out over the hips first, engage the core, Lift the shins. Breathe. Roll left. Keep the knees hugged together, hips hugged together. Rolling, rolling, rolling. You can either roll over on top of something or just all the way to the floor. The right shoulder is going to come off the floor, and that's okay, but open up your chest to the ceiling. Straighten the top leg, should be right leg, and flex the foot. Some other creature comforts to make this more comfortable is rolling on top of something, a blanket or a cushion, or putting something between your knees. Pillow. Bend your knee. Bring it back in. Roll your right shoulder over on top of your left one. Draw your knees in and roll yourself back up. Good job. Feet on the floor. Align yourself on your mat. Feet are hip width apart, arms to the side, palms up. And I want you to press the back of your hand into the mat. So feel your shoulders engage, pressing from your elbow all the way to the knuckles of the fingers, pressing into the floor, and then relax. Press into the floor and relax. Do it again, pressing into the floor. Be aware of the back muscles, chest, abs. Relax. Keeping the arms relaxed, knowing what muscles need to engage to press down. I want you to start to slide your arms open along the carpet. Slide them up to, like the Y, YMCA-Y. If you have room, I'm running into things. I can't knock over a coffee cup. And then start to slide them back down. What muscles are you using in order to accomplish this? I feel like I can only do one at a time and focus. Bring them back down to about a 45 degree. I want you to walk your feet together so that they're touching, and then start rolling the knees out. You might need to grab a pillow or blanket or something to put under your knees. You can put a block under your thigh also, or knee. Let your soles touch. You can engage through your glutes and inner thighs to help support the joint if going out is too uncomfortable. If you squeeze those muscles, it brings your legs in a little bit more so you're not resting into the joint. You can also bring one leg up and just do this one leg at a time. Let it sit open. If you want to switch to the other side. Keeping the feet together, I want you to start sliding them down the mat, or slide them one at a time if you're doing one leg at a time. All the way out as far as you can, then bring them back to neutral, hip widths apart, feet softly flex. I want you to reach the sole of your right foot down, like there's a wall down there and you're trying to touch it with the sole of your foot. Feel your hip push down. Feel your left hip raise up as it tries to help out. And take your right arm overhead, reaching in opposite direction. Right sole of foot and right fingertips. I want you to bring the right fingertips over to the left side, not bending your elbow, just moving your shoulder over to the left a little bit. And then slide your right foot over to the left side a little bit, creating like a banana arc shape on the right. Draw the belly in. Slowly start to release the fingers, release the arm, bring it down. Slide the right leg back to where it goes. Relax both legs and let your feet fall out. Take a breath for a moment. Realign your feet, softly flexed underneath the hip joints. Now press the left foot towards the floor or towards a wall, your imaginary wall. Feel the right hip raise, the left hip lower. Then take the left arm overhead, fingertips reaching in opposite direction of the left sole of your foot. Draw the right or the left arm over to the right side. Kind of move your head over a little bit. Slide the left leg into the right position. Create that banana shape. Draw the belly in. Try and relax the right side. Relax the right arm, slide it down, relax the left leg, bring it over to center, and then let both feet fall open. And I want you to windshield wiper your feet in and out. Turning them in as far as you can and then letting them fall out, in and out. Take the toes up, slide the right heel on the floor to bring it back into your chest. Pressing the back into the floor, keep the foot flexed. Deep breath. Exhale, nose to knee. Back down. I want you to take the knee in and out, into the center midline, open it to the outside. Keep the foot flexed, keep it activating through the knee. Just opening and closing. Bringing it slightly across midline and opening it out to the outside of your body. Bring it to center. Take your heel to the floor, slide it out. Slide your left one in. Drawing it in, pressing your back to the floor. Both feet remain flexed. Deep breath. Exhale, nose to knee. And back down. And opening and closing. Draw it across midline, use your arm. Open it up to the outside. You can use your leg muscles for this motion, but you can also use your arm. Slowly, heel returns to the floor. Slide the leg out. Flex the feet. Lengthen the arms overhead. Wide jazz hand fingers. Reach the fingers up overhead as far as you can. Draw the belly into the spine. Feet are flexed. Breathe. Engage through the shoulders, upper back, bring the arms all the way up and all the way down to the floor. And there is your Shavasana sound. Roll out any discomfort, drawing the knees up or flopping. Getting all of your creature comforts ready for Shavasana. Blankets, pillows, eye masks. Some of y'all need blankets. That's amazing. It's May, for goodness sake. Make sure your hips and shoulders are lined up. Remind me, I did turn the music up a little bit more this time. See if it would pick up in the microphone, so you'll have to let me know when we finish. Get the last minute wiggles out. The last couple of little movements to situate and find your comfort. And then tune into the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your heartbeat, the rhythm of the systems of the body. I saw a meme this morning, one analogy that we use in yoga is to just kind of let your thoughts float by as if boats floating by on the river. And it had a picture of 100 kayaks trying to fit through, like underneath a little bridge over here. So if your mind is all jammed up, it's a little difficult to let things just kind of float by. Remember that little point between your eyebrows. Can you focus on that spot? Allow your eyebrows to soften, forehead to soften. Imagine that softening feeling grows through your scalp, down over your eyes, relaxing your ears, your jaw, your throat. Feeling it come down the back of your head, relaxing your neck. Imagine that this feeling is just kind of growing down over the tops of your shoulders, your upper back, upper chest, over your deltoids, the 3 deltoid muscles of the shoulder that kind of gives that bulbous look to those that lift weights, down your biceps and triceps, the front and back of your arms, down the forearm, palms of the hands, and all 10 fingers. The skin is soft, the muscles feel soft. Returning to your torso. Feel it grow down the back, down over the shoulder blades, over the ribs, all the way down to that last rib, down either side of your back, down to the hip bones. Feel it wrap around the side of your body, the sides of your ribs, the sides of your belly, softening through your chest, softening through your belly. Almost as if your organs are just relaxing over your spine and your back muscles in a pile. Relaxing over your pelvic floor, your hammock of muscles that hold the organs in the body so they don't all just spill out the bottom. Allowing that to relax like it's kind of hanging there from its 2 points on either hip. It's hanging down towards the back, relaxing through the glutes, Relaxing all the way up the back of the leg into the back of the knee joint. Feel the muscles of the upper thigh hang on the bone. Relaxing through the knee. Feel the calf muscle heavy, hanging off of the shin. The skin is soft, supple. Relaxing down through the ankles, the top of the foot, down over the heel, all the way up the sole of the foot to the toes. Feel the softness of the skin. Feel the heaviness of the muscle, the dense and sturdiness of the bones, the lightness of the breath going in and out. Allowing your body a moment of rest, a moment of rejuvenation. And allowing our mind to wander. We wander our mind back to our quote at the beginning of class. Don't get upset over people and situations. They are powerless without your reaction. This is non-reaction. This is relaxed. This is being into ourselves, listening to our inner voice, calmness, softness, comfort, the exact opposite of reaction. Maybe bliss, quiet, reserved, the exact opposite of anger and anxiety. Remember that whatever reaction you choose is the reaction that you live with, not somebody else. You live with the anger. You live with the anxiety and the pressure. Or you live with the calmness and the quiet, the softness. As much as we want to give the byproduct of anger to someone else, it's us that lives with it. Take a moment and just enjoy the stillness of your body, the stillness of your mind, the stillness of your heart and breath. Quiet by a babbling brook. Just having those little things around you that make you feel relaxed and reserved and quiet and bring you down to peacefulness. Take a nice big breath, fill your lungs all the way up. And then audibly just let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Bend and straighten your knees and your elbows. Squeeze and release your glutes, shrug your shoulders, arch and contract your back, turn your head side to side. Find motion in as many joints as you can. When you're ready, draw one knee in at a time into your chest. Either roll or sit still. Give your back a moment. Rolling over onto our side. Giving gravity time to transition. Equilibrium time to transition. Imagining this is a different position of our body. Different positions. Different viewpoints. Gently peel yourself up off the mat. Find a comfortable seat. Find a long spine. Relax your hands in your lap or at your side. Drop your right ear to the right side and let your left one hang off the side of your leg. Pushing into your left hand a little bit, whether it be your knuckles, your fingertips, your heel of your hand. Tuck your chin and roll over to the right side. Put the left hand in the lap. Slide the right one down and press into the right hand. Tuck the chin, roll back to center, return the hand to the lap. Draw the elbows back. Slowly start to bring the head up. Elbows return to neutral. Take the chin to the ceiling. And I want you to lift from your pelvic floor, lifting through the spine, up through the chin. Imagine that there's one of those buttons. You just push the button with your chin. Stay tall, but drop your head down to neutral. Feel that lengthen in your spine, drawing up on your sit bones. Pelvic floor is drawn up. Take a deep breath up. Hands come together overhead, lean to the right. Staying lengthened, bring your hands back to center, lean to the left, stay tall. Bring them back up to center, little bitty arch to the back. Round your upper back. Imagine you're a unicorn with your hands. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, release the hands down to your lap. Lengthen through the spine. Rotate right just a tad bit. Belly pulled in. Turn your head to the back right. Come back to center. Through center, rotate left. Lengthen through the spine as you rotate. Turn the head to the back. Come back to center. Take shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Other direction, back, up, forward, and down. Lengthening through your spine. Deep breath, inhale up. Gather air. Exhale, press air down. Last breath, inhale, arms up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale, bring them down to your chest as you flutter your eyes open, and namaste.